welcome to OZ TV. Here we talk about everything that you need to know. We talk about family, we talk about relationships, we talk about children, homes. We talk about virtually everything. So I want you to subscribe, like, comment, click on the notification bell for more videos coming up, and watch out for a new show coming up called Spit It All. Thank you.
That is where they spoiled the system of education. If the system of education were based on the practical things you could do, I studied computer science, but for all the years I was in university studying computer science, I wasn't in computer lab for one day, say I'm sitting down there, let me use computer and doing anything. After studying it for how many years I did, I came back and I went to do the practical myself to know what they are talking about. It is even now that our children are doing coding in school.
Exactly.
When we did coding, it was only on the board we saw what coding was.
Didn't practicalize it.
So that a child is studying a particular course, when the child comes out, he has to go and learn skills.
Exactly.
Skills is what will keep that child going. Because you and I know that some of us now have put our certificates
under our bed. Yes.
Getting a job in Nigeria, it is only the grace and favor of God.
A connection.
It is still where favor comes in now.
That's true.
That God will have to connect you to some kind of persons and all that.
Exactly.
Not that now you're graduating right now, the way it's over there, and you find something to do immediately. The only thing that keeps you going is skills. So what you're going to ask me now, why do people go to university? You're going to university just to widen your understanding. Schooling is calendar. And schooling doesn't stop. You learn every day. It's continuous process. So going to university, that is you're just within a particular space of calendar, just to widen your understanding. That if this person now will have to do this cup this way, you could say, no, why don't we apply? Of which most of us don't even apply what I'm saying now. We don't do it. The people that still give you idea because they know it to their fingertip are the ones that didn't go to school, that have the skills, that have learned it from the roots.
Yes.
Not the university thing. University thing help us to defend ourselves anywhere we find ourselves.
Exactly.
Just like I'm speaking English. We just defend ourselves. Anywhere you are, you can be able to
speak publicly.
Publicly.
Yeah.
You kill complex in you. You can relate well with people. Unlike people that did not go to school, they cannot be able to relate well, write very well. They are the things that going to school help you to achieve. But not like most of the time, what you do in school is what you come out to begin to apply. If we do it that way, several people that studies chemistry or elect would have been manufacturing things and discovering things. But how many have we discovered? No.
That's true. And as you were speaking, another thing struck me. Because sometimes some children actually have passion for a particular subject, while maybe in junior class, you understand, in junior class, in primary, and then when they get to secondary school, they lose interest sometimes due to their teachers. You understand? So my question now is, the teachers in some schools, don't you think that they equally add to the children's inability to do well in some certain subjects?
We're even talking. I saw on Facebook where a youth service core member was asked a question, and I heard her defending herself. I bent myself and my face, in shame. Because I said to myself, this person will now be asked to go to classroom to teach, right?
And in secondary school,
you cannot give what you don't have. This time around, school is being run like business. It's no longer to educate and make children acquire knowledge. Those days, when we were in school, Do you know people will fear more?
Mm-hmm.
Because you must learn that thing by fire, by thunder.
Exactly.
Mathematics teacher. When you see mathematics teacher coming this way, you want to talk. Why? Because you know that when he comes to the class, the school I attended, they will teach you that thing to
To the
detail.
core. To the core, yeah.
Chemistry, physics. The moment those days they hear you're in sciences, doing chemistry, physics, and all that, there's a kind of respect you have, you know.
Yes.
But this time around, most of them don't come down to teach those students. You know why? Most of them want you to employ them as lesson teacher, private.
That's true.
They will do it halfway. Some of them will do it halfway in school. When you now employ them as private lesson teacher, because they might even approach you. Why don't I come to the house? There's no time enough to teach them in the school.
So I can break it
Like,
down.
for them, and the children will now be good and all that. Why not? It's good. They're making money from it. It's good. Extra cash. But not making extra cash, that is the problem. Some of them, do they know it properly? The ones that know it, would they be able to put that thing into the child for the child to be able to understand? I called the lesson teacher for one of my children, the younger one, and this boy came back one day, walked into my room and asked me a question. What is the definition of so and so? I looked at him. I said, "Your lesson teacher, didn't she tell you?" He said, "Look at what the teacher told you." And I've gone to Google. It's not the same. I said to myself, the child is even telling the teacher from Google. That is it. So Google is even better than the teacher. Yes, there's no need of me
getting a teacher
for English. It says there is Google. And I called the teacher, said, "I'm not going to pay you. You didn't impact in this child. I'm not paying you." And like I know, the teacher didn't come back. Some of them will take money from you and say they will teach the child 3 times a week. They will end up teaching the child 3 times a week, and it will be for 5 hours. They will rush everything within 2 hours
And go.
and go.
So they can go to another place.
They have other
That's true.
engagements.
That's true.
So this time around, they no longer calm down to make sure that this child gets this thing. And let me tell you the mistake they are making. If I bring a teacher to teach my child and my child excel and do well, do you know I will introduce that teacher to another parent. This teacher is very good. He knows what he or she is doing. But they will not calm down. They will just be in a hurry to do it fast. Because they have maybe 5 children they are teaching in a row of 1 week in different hours. The problem is properly going to school to learn that particular thing, to be able to transfer it. Even the school system, university school system, is nothing to write home about.
Has failed us.
So the problem is not even from the teacher teaching. The problem is from the root where the teacher came out from.
Because he didn't even get anything.
So you can say that
There
it's
was
a
nothing
chain
to
reaction.
There's nothing there to impact.
Nothing to impact. Who will impact? Because you don't know it. Will you impact something you don't know?
As this one is a deep one. This one is a deep one.
It's chain reaction. Now they made it compulsory in some states. Most of the youth service corps members have to teach in schools. And I'm saying that decision is not too good, because it's making the school system go down the more. If that person is not in the line or area of education, they shouldn't come to the classroom, because most of them don't even know what they are teaching. Now, the ones that are professional educationists, make sure that what you're teaching is something you know to your finger. Even when you're sleeping, if they wake you up, you can be able to solve it.
Yes.
Sometimes they come back home and they give you the assignment, and you look at the assignment, you say, "Oh, where would the person start from? And where would the person get to?"
Yes.
There was one I had to go to the school, and I and the teacher had to correct the question the teacher set for for the students to do. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
So these things are things that the system need to. There should be a reformation in the system.
Yes. A complete reformation.
Complete reformation in the system.
From the nursery to the primary to the secondary.
To university.
Yeah.
To university.
Exactly. Because even if you want the child now to study a particular course and they end up studying it and they don't even know what they have studied, they cannot practicalize it, then what is the essence? They'll come out being like an amateur in that kind of area with certificates.
Education is just for them to read and pass the exam. Schooling and education is surrounded by calendar. It's just around, education is calendar. Schooling in calendar. But schooling itself is continuous learning.
It's continuous learning.
All of us are doing
practical.
it's practical. All of us are doing it.
Exactly.
So it's something that students no longer, or rather, children should no longer be in a hurry. I'm going to just read and pass the exam, just to pass. Because the pressure is so much on them to read and pass the exam. Do you know when we were in school, I could remember, I wrote mathematics exam. My teacher had to mark that mathematics test, line by line, all the formulas.
The way you broke it down.
He will mark from the HCM, not the answer. So the steps I took
to solve that
question. When I saw it and they brought it, I said, "Wow!" That is to say, she's looking at the steps to make sure that the steps are in here, not the results, the end product. No. But the steps you have taken, meaning you know what you're doing.
Even if you don't get the results. The steps alone will give you marks.
But this time around is what equals to what?
Sometimes they don't even mark it, they give it to students to mark. They don't even mark it sometimes. They are not the ones marking it, they'll just pile it up like this and they will hand it over to the students to mark.
Just write out the answers for them. So they'll just go, A, the answer is 13. B, the answer is 4. This.
And that is what is killing the educational system of this country.
There should be reformation. You have to go back to the drawing board. You have to go back to the drawing board.
That will help us.
Right now, at times when I'm talking to my children about, they will ask me to define something and I'm defining it. They will say, "How did I say?" Because I'm ready for it to enter my
And whenever they wake you up, you still there.
Remember it.
It's still even in public schools those days. I went to a public school.
Yes, now.
But sometimes they will be like, I say, I'm a product of the public school. But these public schools that we have, even the private schools now, public school
right now is scam.
Is a scam. I'm telling you.
Yes, yeah.
Those days, public schools are like.
See, my leadership skills started from my primary school. The kind of teachers we have that time in primary school that are public schools.
They don't have private schools those days.
Oh my God.
Huh?
I don't think there's any debate I did not function in. Or sorry, do not feature in. I featured in so many debates. And you see us that time, the way we were proud of our public school.
Yes. Look at the way I'm saying it. I'm a product of public. I'm not ashamed of it because I know what I came out with. I know the product that I know the things that they instilled in me that time. So sometimes I look at the public schools they have now. I'm like, what happened? How did we miss it?
We missed it in several ways.
Where did we miss it?
We have to pay through now for your child to sit down and just pass the exam even without taking it.
Public school, when you finish WAEC like this,
you will know that you wrote WAEC.
Come on, you know you wrote WAEC. But now, hey, my God.
There has to be a little bribing somewhere here and there. After bribing for the child and the child enter university, will you still come and bribe for the child to defend you what he has read in school? And that is where when it now comes to the point of defending it, you see the result will show.
It will show because they don't even know anything.
They don't know.
They can't defend the results. That's the thing. Please advise the parents on how about this topic that we're discussing now, on how to go about, channeling the children's energy towards what they are passionate about.
I will do this advice this way. My son loves to dance. I know it's one talent the child has.
Yes.
I said, your talent is good, but we have to channel it well. So at the end of the day, you will be able to look at yourself and be proud of yourself. That you were able to good. Whatever you're doing, that you did it and you're doing it well. And you can be able to also model for your own children that are coming after you.
Exactly.
I told my child, in my primary school, there are things I love to do. I love to sing a lot.
That's where he got it from.
I love to sing.
Yeah.
Like he said, dancing too. I love it. I said, but all those things, I have to put them down and see them as a side thing that I will do or that I'm doing. But I focused on the main thing that I wanted to achieve. You can be known with your talent,
Yes.
but the person will say, can you believe that this person is a product of, this person studied so and so in so university, but this is what the person is doing. That is to say, channeling of your strength, you will be able to guard it very well.
Exactly.
If they call you in this area,
You're there.
They call you in that your talent, you can feature him.
Yeah.
So I was able to sit the child down. I said, what do you love to do? He said, I want to become a medical doctor. I said, do you know it will be fun when they call you Dr. Moby and you come out, you can also dance. People will want to relate with you because that thing that is your talent, you just see yourself featuring in it, in as much as you have something else to do.
Yeah, and it didn't deprive you from going for the. Yes.
It will not deprive you, it will not stop you. But channel your strength well. This is where parents come in to guard those children very well. Because if that child drop out of school, it comes to a point where he cannot be able to relate with his or her mates when they stand somewhere, because he dropped out of school because of that. In as much as your talent can fetch you everything in this world, that it's your talent, it's God given to you. It can fetch you everything in this world. But there are things you will sit down and you say, I regret not doing so.
Yes. And you won't be fulfilled because when you see your mates,
there will not be fulfillment.
Yes. Yes.
So we guard and channel that strength very well.
Exactly. Okay. So parents, you've heard it. Please let's try to channel our children's energy towards what they love doing, especially when it comes to their area of discipline in life. Okay. Thank you so much for this counsel. We really appreciate you coming all the time, being with us, teaching us, guiding us, directing us. We really appreciate it. Okay, guys, please don't forget to join us next time as we bring you another wonderful episode on Spirit All. So take care. Bye-bye.